Miyamoto Musashi, Japan's legendary swordsman, an undefeated warrior in over 60 duels, and a philosopher whose teachings continue to inspire to this day. But Musashi was more than just a master of the blade. He was a seeker of truth, a man who believed that true mastery comes from an unbreakable focus, discipline, and an unshakable understanding of the impermanence of life. Focus was a crucial component in Musashi's life, or what he called the way, which is a life of ongoing practice revolved around restraint, sacrifice, discipline, and not being swayed by pleasure, all of which supported his ability to focus. Before his death, Musashi left behind Dokkodo, 21 guiding principles for life. Today, we'll explore 7 of these profound lessons, revealing how they can transform your mindset and help you achieve laser-like focus, emotional resilience, and inner peace in the modern world. Stay with me until the end, because the final lesson might just shift the way you see life forever. Separation is an inevitable part of life. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, the end of a relationship, or even the misplacement of something valuable, we often find ourselves drowning in sorrow. But Musashi understood something profound. Attachment is the root of suffering. In Buddhism, possession itself is seen as an illusion. We don't truly own anything, not even our own bodies, as we cannot fully control them. This idea may seem harsh, but think about it. How much of your emotional distress comes from clinging to things that were never meant to stay forever? Musashi, as a wandering ronin, could not afford to be weighed down by attachment. He embraced solitude, understanding that everything in life is fleeting. Musashi had to embrace the temporary nature of things, including the inevitable conclusion of life, which is death, and in his book, The Book of Five Rings, he wrote that the way of the warrior is the resolute acceptance of death. His lesson: don't resist change. Instead, accept that everything is temporary and you'll find yourself freed from unnecessary suffering. How often do we find ourselves stuck in cycles of resentment? Whether it's frustration over a personal failure, anger at someone who wronged us, or bitterness over life's unfairness, we waste precious energy dwelling on things beyond our control. Musashi knew this mindset was a trap. Resentment is nothing but self-inflicted suffering. It does not change the past, nor improve the future. Instead of focusing on external injustices, Musashi advocated for self-mastery. The world will never be perfectly fair. People will act selfishly, betray you, and defy your expectations. But rather than wasting time complaining, use that energy to strengthen yourself. Develop resilience, sharpen your skills, and cultivate an unwavering mind. As Marcus Aurelius said, be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Focus on what you can control, your actions, your mindset, your discipline. That's where true power lies. In today's world, romantic love is often seen as life's greatest pursuit. Movies, music, and culture all push the idea that finding the one will complete us. But Musashi saw things differently. He warned against being led by love or lust. Why? Because emotions, especially passion, can cloud judgment. They can lead to impulsive decisions, distractions from one's path, and even self-destruction. This isn't to say love is bad. It can be beautiful and fulfilling. But the lesson here is about control. Love should complement your journey, not derail it. Musashi's philosophy was about unwavering focus. When you master yourself, you are no longer swayed by temporary feelings. Most people tie their happiness to external conditions. I can only be happy if I have this job, this house, this kind of life. But this mindset is dangerous. It makes our well-being dependent on things outside our control. Having preferences creates a dependency on the state of the outside world, resulting in happiness when encountering something preferred and disappointment when encountering something disliked. Musashi, however, mastered the art of detachment. He trained himself to remain unmoved by preferences, accepting all situations with the same level of calm. It is wise to keep preferences in check and instead accept whatever fate brings, making the best out of it to maintain a consistent quality of focus. By learning to flow with life rather than resisting it, you cultivate true resilience. When you embrace whatever comes, you take away the power of disappointment. We often obsess over our surroundings, thinking that happiness is found in a bigger house, a better neighborhood, or a luxurious setting. But Musashi, who spent years living in caves, castles, and wherever he could find shelter, understood the deeper truth. Home is not a place, it is a state of mind. Some individuals are quickly bored and unhappy with their current home, believing that moving will alleviate this dissatisfaction. But the sense of fulfillment that follows after moving into a new place is only temporary. Satisfaction and dissatisfaction originate from within, not from external factors, and wherever people go, they always take themselves with them. When we free ourselves from the need for comfort, we gain an edge over those who are dependent on it. A true warrior carries his peace within, unaffected by external circumstances. In an age of excess, people indulge in elaborate meals, chasing fleeting pleasure. But Musashi believed that an obsession with luxury weakens the mind. He wasn't against enjoying food, but he warned against becoming dependent on sensory pleasures. The more we chase indulgence, the less satisfied we become. Zeno of Citium, the ancient Stoics, also expressed concerns about food and encouraged people to eat simply. When people get used to eating fancy and expensive meals, they stop appreciating simple food and their appetites become oversaturated, leading to cravings for more extravagant and stimulating ways to satisfy their eating pleasure. Furthermore, it can turn into gluttony, leading to health problems. And voracious eaters and drinkers often don't eat mindfully or appreciate their food. The lesson: learn to appreciate simplicity. By eating mindfully and detaching from cravings, we cultivate inner strength. Musashi traveled light, both physically and mentally. He owned little, needing only his swords and essentials, which aligns with the benefits of a minimalist lifestyle. Modern society glorifies accumulation, more money, more belongings, more status. But in reality, the more we own, the more we are owned by our possessions. Clinging to belongings and pursuing more possessions creates anxiety, including the fear of losing what one has and the fear of not getting what one wants. Minimalism isn't about deprivation, it's about freedom. The fewer distractions we have, the more we can focus on what truly matters. Musashi's wisdom is timeless. His lessons teach us that true strength comes from within. By embracing impermanence, detaching from distractions, and focusing on mastery, we unlock a deeper way of living. Which of these lessons resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video valuable, consider subscribing for more life-changing insights. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay focused, and keep mastering your way.